Greetings, News Plus Notes readers. Here again from Carowinds, just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, South Carolina, since the park runs through both of them.
Right, we're in South Carolina right now.
We are in South Carolina right now. Okay, so we added another state onto our count for the year.
Excellent.
So we're here with Steve, and you can tell us all the nitty-gritty details in case we want to build one of these in our backyard.
Oh, you want to build? Oh, excellent. Yeah, sure, we can do that. Yes, it takes about 2 years ahead of time to get one of these delivered. You got to have a wheelbarrow full of money, about 160 contractors, and a lot of time. So,
What was the most interesting challenge that you faced with this?
we had the rain. The hardest challenge was the rain. We had 91 inches of rain last year, and we're normally around 57. So the hardest thing was getting the foundations done, getting out the ground so we could actually get the steel set. So we got started early enough, and then we kept running into rock. We're sitting on a granite base right here, so the granite comes up. So all these foundations we went down to rock, bedrock.
So there's no danger of Copperhead Strike sinking at this point in time.
Absolutely not. No, it's going to be here for a long time, sitting right where it's at.
Did you have to run any extra power lines back here for the electro launch?
It's got a special transformer. It's basically two transformers in one. We had to order it. It's not something that Duke Energy keeps on the shelf, so we actually have a special transformer here for the power on it. The power for it is. Duke didn't have any problem at all with the power. It was just really the transformer, and it's special.
Well, we've been watching it run this morning, and one of the things that's really fascinating when we look up in the loops, and of course it's not running right now during the interview, never works out that way, but it just reaches up there and it just slowly creeps over the top.
Isn't that cool? That's actually designed that way. You feel it, the best seat to feel that in is the front seat. So if you're riding it, it'll come up in that loop, goes click, 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 click. It doesn't click, but it comes on up there and it looks like, oh, is it gonna make it? And then it always makes it. So we actually loaded the trains with water dummies. We did extensive testing on it to just make sure that you get that feeling there, that hang time, just for that. And you also feel it up in the top hat, the 82-foot top hat up there. Mm-hmm. It does a similar thing right there, but you feel it the most in the front seat.
So when you started doing all this theming, did the thought ever pass through your mind, what are they coming up with, all these ideas?
Yes. Well, I actually got to participate in a lot of that brainstorming. The team here, the management team here, participated a lot in the theming decisions, coming up with a name for the ride. We worked with a couple of consultants in corporate office, marketing, whatnot, to come up with the best name for this ride. And Copperhead Strike fit. It really did, because with the whole Granny Jam theme and then the moonshine story, a copperhead steel. You get the copperhead and then the copperhead snakes to keep the people away from the stills. But of course, Granny's famous blue ribbon jam is what it's all about. But on the backside, she's making moonshine. So copperhead for the steel, copperhead for the snakes to keep people away. Kind of layered in there, and then you add the strike because it's a launch coaster, so it wrapped it all together in a nice, neat package.
Well, it's a little bit disappointing that there's no live copperheads around here in the queue.
Not for me. I can't stand snakes. No.
So you're the one who nixed that decision.
Me and a few others, but yeah, we don't like. I don't like snakes. No, I really don't.
Well, it would have been cool, but I'm sure the coaster is going to be so cool that we won't even worry about that.
That's right. There's a show in the launch barn that you'll have to ride multiple times because there's so much stuff going on in there. And then the ride itself, it's a different ride, front seat, middle seat, back seat. So you're going to have to ride it a lot to get all those experiences and tie it all together. And then when you go through the queue, there's all the theming out there, and there's little. Once you spend some time out there, you'll notice a few things. There's some Easter eggs out there and whatnot, so it's kind of fun.
Well, this is really an in-depth immersive experience.
It is. We really tried to make it an immersive experience this time. more so than we've done in some of the other rides. So this is supposed to be the total package here.
Great. Well, that just means, News Plus Notes readers, you got to get here to Carowinds to ride Copperhead Strike, the first totally immersive roller coaster here at Carowinds.
It's also the first double launch coaster at Carowinds.
Another good reason. Twice the fun. Thanks for watching.